Good afternoon, D&D, TikTok, and beyond, and welcome to Roll for Sandwich, the series where I let fate decide my lunch. Let's go. Today I'm going to be using these ghost face dice that I've had on the show before. Let's hope they're lucky today. Let's get things started with our roll for bread. 5, Baguette. All right, we have a nice section of Baguette here with its characteristic crispy crust. If we were to assign a D&D class to a Baguette, I'd have to go with either Barbarian for its thick crust and soft innards, or Wizard because Baguette means wand. Next up, let's roll for main. 5, leftovers. What a day to roll leftovers. What I have is this homemade broccoli cheese soup. Well, I guess this is best case scenario for putting soup on a sandwich, being that it is a thick, not very runny soup and a very hearty bread. It's basically like a bread bowl. All right, let's roll for cheese. 2, Swiss. All right, so we're adding a little more cheese to our broccoli cheese soup. So far, nothing to complain about other than the obvious. Should taste good, though. Next up, let's roll for roughage. 3 pickled asparagus and 10 pickles. I'm not the biggest fan of asparagus. I can tolerate it, but I typically won't choose it if it's an available side option for a meal. These pleasantly surprised me. They have a nice mustard flavor. And the pickling has softened them up a little bit, so they're not quite as fibery. So they've got that going for them, I guess. For my pickles today, I'm gonna finish up these hot and zesty pickles that I've got in my fridge. So far, it's a very green and beige sandwich. All right, let's get wild with our wild magic roll. 4, freeze-dried candy. I just had to comment on the color of the sandwich. Well, here's a lot of color. These gummy nerds clusters dehydrate into gummy nerd puffs. They kind of have a Cheeto texture. And last but not least, it's the D20 sauce roll. Here we go. Nat 20. I get to pick. Well, great. Not sure a sauce of my choice will be enough to fix this one. I guess I'm gonna go with a cayenne-based hot sauce, Heckler hot sauce. Kind of sticking in the vein with the sourness from the pickles and the everything else and the spiciness and yeah, I don't know. Now we're gonna try to put this thing together and it's gonna go pretty poorly. Get the toothpicks in to do something. Yeah, it's a mess. And let's get it cut in half. Let's get it. Yep. Okay, let's take a look at that cross section. That's, ugh. Well, that is a sandwich, I think, technically. Always immediately paying for my 10 out of 10s. Let's give it a taste. That is a chewy baguette, slightly softened by the soup. Probably could have used more soup, honestly. When I taste the soup by itself, it's actually pretty good. It's a nice homemade cheddar and broccoli soup, but it doesn't need to be accompanied by asparagus and pickles and freeze-dried candy. And putting it all together compromises the texture and stability of all of it. Not the best way to experience the leftovers. This one was just a mess. I'm gonna go ahead and give this one a 2.8 today, and I'm gonna call it the Superhero. All right, here you go, Earl. Eat up. Good mimic. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you again right here on Monday.